Google just did something that looks like a huge mistake, but it might be one of the smartest moves the company has made in years. Gemini 3.5 Pro was supposed to launch back in June. It did not happen. Instead, reports say Google's engineers scrapped the entire foundation of the model and started building it again from scratch. And the timing of that decision could not be riskier, because 3 of the biggest AI companies on Earth are about to release their newest models inside the same 10-day stretch. This is the story of what is really happening behind the scenes, and why the company everyone called cooked might actually be playing the smartest game on the board. Let's start with the delay itself, because most people online got the story wrong. When Gemini 3.5 Pro missed its June target, the reaction across social media was instant. Google is falling behind. Google lost its edge, but according to multiple reports, this was not a technical failure, it was a choice. Google's DeepMind team reportedly looked at the plan to simply improve the older Gemini 2.5 Pro base model one more time and decided that was not good enough. So they threw out that old foundation and started a brand new training run on a stronger base. Think about what that actually means. Instead of polishing an old car one more time, they went back and built a new engine. Reports point to real upgrades in math reasoning, in generating clean visual graphics, and in writing front-end code that actually works without a mess of extra steps. Early testers say the model handles complex layouts and game logic much better than before, and the code it writes is shorter and cleaner instead of bloated. That is not a small patch, that is a rebuild. And choosing to eat a full month of public criticism to do it properly says a lot about how seriously Google is treating this launch. Now here's where a lot of channels get confused, and it is worth clearing up. People keep comparing Gemini 3.5 Pro to Gemini 3.5 Flash, the fast model Google already released, and concluding Google has nothing left to offer. But Flash was built to be quick and cheap. It is meant to power fast, everyday tasks, and to run inside bigger automated systems. Judging Google's real ceiling by their fastest, cheapest model is like judging a car company by their delivery van. The real competitor to watch is Pro, and reports say it is coming with a 2 million token context window, more than double what most current top models offer, along with a new reasoning mode built for harder problems. But here is where it gets interesting. Google is not launching into an empty field. It is stepping into the middle of a fight that is already happening. On June 26th, OpenAI quietly began rolling out its newest model family called GPT-5.6 in 3 versions named Sol, Terra, and Luna. Sol is the flagship, and early numbers show it beating some of Anthropic's top models on coding tests. But there is a catch nobody expected. At the request of the United States government, OpenAI limited early access to only a small group of trusted partners because of how capable the model is at cybersecurity tasks. Full public access is still rolling out, and reports suggest wider availability could land in the same window as Gemini's July launch, right as Anthropic's own flagship model shifts off its subscription plans and onto pay-as-you-go pricing. And Sol is not just a talk. Early published tests show it beating Anthropic's own Mythos 5 model on a tough coding benchmark called Terminal Bench, and the cheaper Luna model beating Anthropic's Opus 4.8 on that same test. That is a real result, not just marketing, and it tells you OpenAI is not sitting back and waiting for Google to make the next move. That flagship model is Fable 5, Anthropic's most powerful release. It actually got pulled offline for over 2 weeks in late June under new export control rules from the United States government, then came back online at the start of July. So while everyone was arguing about who is winning, the actual leaderboard has been shifting almost weekly because of decisions being made in Washington, not just in Silicon Valley labs. And there is a 4th name in this race that most videos are getting wrong. DeepSeek, the Chinese AI lab known for shockingly cheap and powerful models, is expected to move its V4 model out of preview mode and into an official stable release around the middle of July. But V4 itself is not new. It actually launched back in April as an open model that anyone could already download and use for free. What is changing in July is pricing and stability, not a brand new model dropping out of nowhere. That distinction matters because a lot of the hype online is treating this like 4 fresh models are landing on the exact same day, when really it is closer to 3 new releases and 1 model graduating out of testing. Now let's get to the theory that has people talking. Some analysts believe Gemini 3.5 Pro is not just another chat model. They think Google is building it to act as a conductor, a model designed to sit on top of many smaller flash models working together, directing them like an orchestra. Google's models already work across text, images, and video, and DeepMind has decades of research sitting in reserve. The missing piece has always been a model strong enough to run that whole system, while still being sharp enough to solve hard problems on its own. If that theory holds even partly true, it would explain why the delay happened. A model built to manage a swarm of smaller AI agents needs those smaller agents to be efficient first, otherwise the whole system chokes on wasted effort. To be fair, there is a strong counter-argument, and it deserves airtime. Critics point out that using sub-agents and retry loops is a feature of the software wrapped around a model, not the model itself. Any AI company could bolt that same kind of system onto their own models. And they are right that raw single model tests still matter a lot. So the honest answer probably sits in the middle. Gemini 3.5 Pro may not need an army of smaller models to be good, but if Google really is building toward that kind of system, it would still be a smart long-term bet. Here is the bigger picture most people miss. Google is not acting like a company in panic mode. There have been no mass leaks, no rushed announcements, barely even a public reaction to its rivals. Meanwhile, Google keeps stacking advantages that are easy to overlook. Its Gemini app, its search integration, its workspace tools, and its cheaper pricing structure mean regular users get far more usage for far less money compared to OpenAI or Anthropic. Google does not need every single AI response to turn a profit, because AI is one feature spread across products used by billions of people every day. That is a very different business model than a company burning cash purely to sell chatbot subscriptions. There is one real weak spot worth mentioning. Google has lost some of its top AI researchers to rival labs over the past year, and losing that kind of talent always hurts. But DeepMind still has one of the deepest research teams in the world, built over more than a decade, and nothing about how the company is behaving right now looks like fear. Quiet confidence and outright panic tend to look very different from the outside, and so far Google is showing the first one. For regular people, here's what actually matters once the dust settles. If you use AI for everyday writing, research, or planning, the free and low-cost tiers are about to get more competitive across every major company at the same time, which is good news no matter which one you prefer. If you use AI for coding or building software, the real test will not be the marketing pages. It will be independent testing once these models are actually in developers' hands, not the benchmark charts released on launch day. And if you run a business that depends on AI tools, this is the moment to watch pricing closely. Because a genuine price war between 4 major labs at once does not happen very often. So where does that leave us? Either Gemini 3.5, Pro matches Fable 5, and GPT-5.6 in most areas, while beating them in a few key ones, or it falls short and Google has to try again later this year. The signs so far point toward a company playing a longer, more patient game rather than one falling behind. But nothing here is confirmed until Google actually flips the switch. The real test starts the moment this model goes live. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss the moment it happens, because this is about to get very interesting.